Hello everybody and welcome to your Quick Fix Tip of the Week. Today we are here to talk to you about escapability. More importantly, we are here to talk to you today about how to advance your golf ball whenever you are in the unfortunate circumstance where you've hit it a little bit awry. Okay, we've hit it a little bit to the right, we've hit it a little bit to the left, and we now find ourselves where we can make a swing, but the problem is that we have an obstruction in our way. Specifically, as you can see here, I'm on the par 5 practice hole over here at the Catawba Island Club, and unfortunately I have hit my tee shot out to the right of the fairway. You can see now that I'm in a situation where I've got a big pine tree that is in my way. So we've got one of two options. Our first play is actually we can chip it back out into play to the left. Unfortunately, that doesn't advance our golf ball very much. Or we can take a little bit of a more bold line and we can try to hit it underneath this particular obstruction. In this case, it's a pine tree, and actually try to advance the golf ball down the fairway while albeit avoiding this particular tree. So the way that we are going to do that is we are going to do it via a punch shot. Okay, so first things first, when we talk about a punch shot, the key is what golf club do we use. So the first aspect again is that we want to make sure that we take a golf club that has a low amount of loft, i.e. right here I've got my 5-iron. Traditionally speaking, you'd want to see something a little bit lower than that, but I like a 5 or a 4-iron, or you can even go a 4 or a 5 hybrid. But again, it's about taking something that has a little bit less loft on it to keep that golf ball underneath your obstruction, okay? The second thing we are going to do, we're going to talk about some fundamentals. Because we want to take loft away, we want to put this golf ball towards the back of our stance. For right-handed golfers, it would be closer to our right foot. For our left-handed players out there, it would be closer to our left foot. So again, we are going to put the golf ball back in our stance. Then from here, I always want to choke down on this shot because we want to have as much control over the golf club as possible. So we're going to choke down on the golf club, and the next thing is I want to take that 5-iron and I want to de-loft it. So what we're going to do is we are going to put our hands out in front of the golf ball. Okay, I'm going to use similar to a chip shot. I want that my hands actually out in front of the club and over my left thigh. Okay, now once we've set our position, what we're going to focus on is we're going to focus on keeping our hands in front of the shot here. You see where my hands are still out in front of the head of the golf club. That is to make sure that we keep that loft, we keep that loft away, okay? If we get into a position where we now do this, we add loft, the golf ball is going to come up and ultimately it's going to hit into that tree and we're going to be back into another unfortunate situation. So again, fundamentally, we want something with low loft. A 4-iron, a 4 hybrid. You can hit a 3-wood or a 5-wood depending on what kind of lie you have. I usually opt against that, but again, something lower lofted. We are going to choke down on the golf club. We're going to put the ball back in our stance to help de-loft that. And then we are going to press our hands forward. From the motion, again, we want to keep our hands out in front of the target. It doesn't have to be a really big motion, but again, at impact, our hands have to be in front of where the golf club is. Hopefully it should look something like this. And just like that, I've advanced the golf ball probably about 75 to 100 yards. We're back on the fairway. We've advanced it forward. It's a much better option and a much more efficient option than chipping back into the fairway. So again, thanks for joining us for your Quick Fix Tip of the Week, and we'll see you next time.